Welcome to LTV News at 8. I am Joshua Murakinyo. President Bola Tinubu has again acknowledged the economic challenges confronting Nigeria, assuring citizens that his administration is retuning the financial system to ease the economic difficulties. Speaking during the inauguration of the Guzape Lot 2 infrastructure project in Abuja, the president said his administration is still retuning and rejigging Nigeria's financial system to bring prosperity and relief to the people. He said the completion of the project was testament to what could be achieved through diligent planning, collaboration, and shared commitment to excellence. The president commended the Minister of Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, for delivering on the infrastructure renewal promises of the federal government to the people of FCT. The president also urged the stakeholders in the FCT to pursue dialogue and not litigation to resolve land dispute. Former President Bola Tinubu has reaffirmed the commitment of the Nigerian government to the principles of accountability, transparency, and good governance. He made the remark on Friday at the inauguration of the new official residence of the Vice President of Nigeria. The president, who spoke through Vice President Kashim Shettima, who represented him at the historic occasion, said the president used the occasion to assure Nigerians that government will continue to prioritize their well-being as well as build a nation that can all be proud of.
Of the Vice President, we are fulfilling a long-standing commitment and reaffirming our unwavering dedication to accountability, transparency, and the efficient utilization of resources for the betterment of our nation. I hold a very strong opinion that abandoning projects after substantial expenditures have been incurred is inevitable, and it is in the best interest of the government and the public to see them through to completion. I therefore once again want to express my gratitude to the FCT administration for taking up the responsibility and feel duty-bound to complete this project to avoid the wastage of taxpayers' money.
It was awarded at a cost of 7 billion in 2010. That was abandoned in 2015. That will take 14 good years. And then Mr. President has come. Within a year, he has made it to be a reality.
FCT Minister Nyesom Wike disclosed that the contract for the Vice President's residence was first awarded in 2010. He added that the contract was later abandoned in 2015, and its determination to complete the edifice, the current leadership of the FCT in January 2024, sought for and obtained approval for a review of the contract to the sum of 22 billion naira, leading to its completion 14 years after commencement of the project. The new residence of the Vice President, located adjacent to the office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, has an office for the wife of the Vice President, a mosque, chapel, and recreational facilities, among others. The Lateef Jakande Leadership Academy has officially launched the Eco-Laws Simplifier app. The application, according to the Capstone ACE team, will help Lagos residents better understand all relevant laws as it is simplified in English and other indigenous languages. We have details in this report.
The Lateef Jakande Leadership Academy, a brainchild of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, aims to build skills, awareness, and leadership skills among young people to tackle challenges in various fields, including the public sector. These objectives are becoming a reality as the ACE team under the Capstone project launches the Eco-Laws Simplifier app. The 15-man ACE team says by partnering with the State's Ministry of Justice, it identified some key issues like limited access to legal resources for the public and worked on this app to help provide accessible legal resources and tools for every Lagos resident.
The project Eco-Laws is available to the general public on ecolaws.com, and the software is there for you to access the laws of Lagos State in a very simplified English. No bogus English, no tough English.
Apps that are already reviewed by the Lagos State Law Reform. So once review comes up, we then update the app. And updates will be made available to us via our Instagram handle on Eco-Laws app.
Leading up to its official launch, the theme has also been sensitizing Lagos residents on how the app will work.
We say change starts with the mind, and this is an attempt to start changing those minds, those thought process for people. So it's just an app away, it's just a click away on your phones, to help people understand what laws and what their rights is.
I'm not sure of how many Lagosians truly know the details of most of the laws that apply to them for daily living, but the ECO laws would only do justice by bringing these laws closer to you and at your fingertips.
The app is one that I think, obviously, we're in an age now where technology is key. So being able to get these the laws at your fingertips and having an app that you can quickly refer to, I think is fantastic. I think it will help. It'll help our citizens also understand a bit more as to what their rights are. So you can always download the app, go onto the app, and check all your laws.
Even in places like finance, you have a situation whereby the legal bit of it is actually the base, is actually the fundamental aspect that puts all the different structures and dynamics together and makes a transaction, concrete and executable.
The Capstone Project is a fundamental component of the Academy's activities, where the fellows are divided into 2 teams to provide innovative solutions to any societal challenge in Lagos State. Omomi Okeo, LTV News.
The Lagos State government has promised to continue to provide high-capacity buses that will move millions of Lagos residents in large numbers efficiently. The Commissioner for Transportation, Oluwaseun Oshiemi, gave this assurance during a fitness walk by the Lagos State Bus Service Limited. We have details in this report. It rained, and there was also vehicular traffic. Still, it did not deter the transport family led by the Commissioner for Transportation, Permanent Secretary, and LBSL boss, as well as other dignitaries and staff from walking for fitness and moving Lagos forward. The walk is symbolic. It ties into the cardinal pillar agenda of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu to effectively move Lagos residents from one place to the other, efficiently and seamlessly.
What we also try to do at Lagos State is to try and move people in numbers by using high-capacity buses. And one of it is what we're doing in LBSA, one of the operators, ensuring that that part of our agenda is being met. Over time, you will also find out that we'll be doing a lot of rerouting, whereby some of these routes will be dedicated only to high capacity, and the small buses will just be feeding those high capacity buses, as called first mile, last mile. That's the ultimate agenda.
Beyond the commitment for more efficient service delivery, it is the challenge of overcoming the destruction of buses and facilities during NSAS.
The NSAS event, where we lost about 55 buses, all right? But, with the commitment of the governor, we've risen above that. We've actually, through the support of the governor, have even increased more buses since that that unfortunate incident. And over the last 5 years, with the commitment of the governor and his administration, those 5 routes have since turned to 19 routes, giving people options across the whole of Lagos State. Also, in addition to that, we started with just about 50 buses, but of course, the governor, keeping in line with his promise to Lagosians, has scaled just the 50 buses to 300 buses.
The fitness walk and medical checks for staff are parts of the activities to mark the 5th year of moving Lagos forward. Joshua Murakio, LTV News, Lagos. Another celebration, it is the 60th birthday of Honorable Stephen Olukayode Ogundipe, member Lagos State House of Assembly and Chairman House Committee on Information and Strategy, as he is celebrated in grand style. We have details in Bababumi Agbebi's report.
It is the 60th birthday celebration of Honorable Stephen Olukayode Ogundipe and is being celebrated by management and staff of Lagos Television. Ogundikpe appreciates gold and ends on the secrets of looking young at 60.
It's a year that you look up to for so many other things. It's a year of experience. It's a year that you check back and see my visions, my aspirations, which aspect have I met, and what are also there. And it's also a time you also appreciate God for what He has done in your life. Namely, the community I come out from. And I'm also adding value. And people look at me and see me as a role model and someone they could look. So it's a way to appreciate God and thank God for the journey so far.
He also states his plans for his constituency, Oshodi Solo.
It's a collective thing. That's not just because you've elected somebody there. And you should also participate. When you see things that are wrong, things we need to correct, call my attention to it. We'll be there together and then solve the problem. And more so on the area of development. Oshodi Solo Constituency 1, it's an area where you have so many youths that needs to be tutored and bring back from the kind of life they are living so that they can live a better life.
Honorable Ogundikpe has a message for Lagos residents.
We know there are challenges now, there are issues now, and we are also facing it at our own level. And we are keeping every part of the executive aspects on their toes to make sure that whatever we budgeted for, whatever, they also spent judiciously. And that is why you see us more active now, moving around all aspects of Lagos. Any slightest information we hear about us, the house is always there to go and do it first-hand information, get first-hand information and work towards making it. So we should all look out for a better Lagos where we can't stand and say, this is our Lagos.
From all of us at Lagos Television, we wish Honorable Stephen Olukayode Ogundikpe a happy 60th birthday.
So we start with O-C-U-N-B-A.
Bababumi Agbibi, LTV News.
Nigerians have commended the Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission for initiating new regulations that will foster relationships between operators and host communities, ensuring smooth and direct transfer of entitlement. While briefing journalists on this development, a coalition of civil society organizations for good governance says it will entrench transparency, accountability, and protection of the rights of host community, which will bring about significant change within the oil and gas industry.
Of Nigerian oil and gas industry, the law has given specific, dedicated recognition and due attention to the host communities, their rights and entitlements. This landmark development is a testimony to the ongoing reforms within the NUPRC under the able leadership of Engineer Komolafe.
We have been involved in series of investigation, series of advocacy around the oil and gas sector of the Nigerian economy. It is important to state that NUPRC, since the advent of the leadership of Engineer Komolafe, has proven that we can actually, have a system that works not only for government but for the people. Like, it has been testified to not only by our various reports, but also even host communities, in the oil and gas industry.
For support to protect the integrity of government reforms within the petroleum sector, the groups are urging Nigerians to ignore any attempt to discredit the positive changes initiated by the current leadership of the Commission.
If you feel strongly about an issue, nothing stops you from going to court. The court is an institution known to law to resolve issues between one, two, or more parties. Instead of distracting the attention of the management of NUPRC or writing fictitious petition to the anti-corruption agency.
According to them, this development has given specific and dedicated recognition as well as due attention to the host community's right and entitlements. For more news, connect with Lagos Television on these social media platforms. Please remember to call Lagos toll-free lines 767 or 112 in case of emergencies. I am Joshua Morakinyo. Good evening.
It is all about decisive and incisive news report on policy matters, in-depth analysis on topical issues, comprehensive discourse on what is critically at stake, detailing the trends and the issues as they are, understanding shared values, information, opinions, views and thought-provoking policies on democratic governance, the economy, politics and socio-cultural issues. Issues and Trends, a one-stop comprehensive socio-economic and political analysis with Obafemi Craig. Issues and Trends, every Thursday from 9 p.m. to 9:55 p.m. on Lagos Television, DSTV Channel 256, GoTV Channel 120, Star Times Channel 113, and UHF 35. Every Thursday from 9 p.m. to 9:55 p.m. on Lagos Television. Issues and Trends with Obafemi Craig. Do join us.
Food is one of the three basic necessities of life. It ranks top after air and water. Apart from clothing and shelter, food is an essential item to human existence and aids development of human growth. The Constitution guarantees every citizen the fundamental right to life. This presupposes that every citizen shall have the means to sustain his or her life, and life cannot be sustained without food, air, water. Therefore, the right to life is tied to affordable, nourishing food. Lack of food may lead to diseases, growth retardation, and mental deficiency. Continued conflict has hindered access to farmland in the northeast states of Adamawa and Yobe. Banditry and kidnapping in Katsina, Sokoto, Kaduna, Benue, and Niger. Climate change, inflation, global economic downturn, dwindling oil revenue are among other responsible factors responsible for the economic hardship, as many people are hungry. The prices of food items have skyrocketed, including sachet water. There is naira devaluation. The cost of goods and service have multiplied.
People are really feeling it. They are feeling the heat. The price of things are really affecting society in a large way.
If you hold 10,000 now, if that 10,000, you no need to make one pot of ogbono, talk less of vegetable. Yes, of course. Before, you can use 3,000 to make a pot of soup.
Every market is cost. Nobody wants to buy. Person
carry 100 naira to buy vegetables, say no 100 naira old. How can the person eat?
I don't cook soup any longer, so we just do small fry of stew. Like this morning, my children, they were like, "Mom, is it not white rice?" I said, "It's concoction we are doing." No.
And even in the northwest, we noticed a considerable rise in flooding activities around the riverbanks that has caused a lot of damage to our food production, especially during the rainy season. Then in addition, we also, in 2022, I would like to downplay that, but it was a fact that the policy of the Naira redesign had an impact on the local rural farmer.
Government at all levels are taking steps to ameliorate the hardship, from cash transfer to palliatives to distribution of grains, rice, beans, garri, and establishment of market hub, among others.
The CBN will continue to play a major role of funding the agricultural value chain. The government will explore other means of transportation, including rail and water transportation, to reduce freight costs and in turn impact the food prices downwards. There is currently 500,000 hectares of already mapped land that will be used to increase availability of arable land for farming, which will immediately impact food output.
Situation that is going on in our country, people saying hardship and all. This is the way we can cushion the effect to let our people know that we have them in mind.
It has been all inclusive. It is not the issue of non-indigenous. It is only for the indigenous. This one and the past ones that I have experienced.
There's economic quagmire, high inflation rate. When you go to market, what you are supposed to buy at the rate of 1,000, you buy at the rate of 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. Our people benefit from this federal government palliative.
To reduce the hardship, Lagos State Government commenced discounted sale of food items across the 5 divisions. Onje Eko, food items such as rice, beans, garri, bread, egg, pepper, among others, are sold at 25% discount to residents. The food market operates exclusively on Sundays from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. across the 57 locations in the state.
For me, I don't know for other people, but for me, the price is good and it's nice. At least, even if it is 500, 700, is something.
It's a very good decision from the government. And we implore if this could just keep going on, because the current situation of the country is currently ash.
Experts have proposed ways out, which include the diversification of the economy beyond oil, creating job opportunities, reducing unemployment rates, and embracing locally made goods. Although President Bola Tinubu has reassured that his administration will fashion out the best economic future for the country, however, this is a time to extend hands of love to the needy and put smile on the faces of those around you.
tó bá mọnú rò àmọ́ pẹ́ dá. Aṣàdáyé Aṣàdáyé àwa máa ń yọ lógo. Ó fún wa ní jíjẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ ló fún wa ní mímu. Aṣàdáyé Aṣàdáyé àwa máa ń yọ lógo. Fàṣọ àṣírí tó fi ń bò lọ́jọ́ òní